Hello and welcome to another episode of Magic the Gathering Arena. This is Mick from Session Zero Gaming, and today I wanted to take a look at this little experimental deck that I brewed. It's based on a feather shell. Now, feather actually was a very strong one of the popular archetypes during the previous standard metagame, back when Ixalan and was still in standard, and before cards like Reckless Rage left the format. um, Feather was very popular back then. Just a few months ago, really, not really way back then. It's just been a few months, especially during the M2020 the short M2020 standard season pre Thrones of Eldraine. Um, Now, just to recall, Feather deck is centered around this card, Feather the Redeemed, an angel that whose effect is whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature you control, exile that card instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. So as you can see, just by itself, it's already very powerful. Now, the secret to this card is using pump spells. So well, not really just pump spells, even protection spells, any kind of spells that protects you, that has an effect on your own creatures, will benefit from this effect. So as you can see, this is my suite of self targeting spells. So God's Willing for protection, four copies of that. Samet Sprint, one copy of this to give haste to a creature. It cycles back with Feather. I have one copy just so I can use it to haste. And also Scry. Thrash, or Threat, to this is as a form of removal, because it's able to deal damage uh, to my opponent's creatures. So actually, I should put Thrill of Possibility over here. Now, Feather used the popular we call this build of Feather was Boros. So that's red and white, um, filled with a lot of pump spells like Defiant Strike, Arrestor's Zeal, things like that, and some burn like Shock, and Reckless Rage, which is very strong back then, which dealt 4 damage to your opponent's to an opponent's creature and 2 damage to yours. So people use it in conjunction with Feather, deal damage, 2 damage to Feather, and making sure it survives is 4 damage to something else, and then they used to be able to cycle that back. Um, with and then with the coming of with the release of M20 M2020 core, another build came up, and it was splashing green using Season of Growth, which lets you scry whenever you cast a creature spell, and lets you draw a card whenever you whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control. Now, what's and then some of the mainstay of this deck is Tenth District Legionnaire, which gives a which gains a +1/+1 counter whenever you cast a spell that targets it, and lets you scry one. So with the release of Throne of Eldraine, and also with the release of Throne of Eldraine, because people are still in the lull of testing out new decks and forming the metagame. You haven't seen, well, at least I haven't seen a lot of Feather decks pop up in the matchmaker and even online. But Feather is still very much strong by itself. But I wanted to, with this deck today, I wanted to explore one particular possible build that I thought is kind of fun with Feather. And although it seems that the metagame these days don't really help a lot of multicolor strategies. Mainly because of the loss of the check lands, and the new dual lands are much slower and inferior. So that actually forced people to use mana fixers like Guild Globe. But then you have cards like Fabled Passage, which is basically evolving wilds, except that there's a possibility of untapping the land that you search with it. So at least there is that. There is that. Um, uh, Casting Feather itself is quite difficult if you don't have the proper set of mana sources. But that's where the secondary strategy of this deck comes in. Now, with Throne of Eldraine, you see a new mechanic. We see a new mechanic called Adventure, which is basically an instant or sorcery spell within the text box of a creature. They're still creature cards, all right? But you can, when you cast them, you can choose to cast them as the adventure spell or as the creature. Now you have things like Ardenvale Tactician here, which lets you tap up to two target creatures by your opponent. It's a good control card, but also at the same time, when you put this down on the board, it's a 2/3. It's a solid 2/3 flyer. You have and then you have these are not particularly strong by themselves. Like for example, Fairy Guide Mother is a 1/1 for one, and it's a sorcery that gives +2/+1 to a target creature I control. But as you may notice, these are actually spells, and they're pump spells. And for example, Rimrock Knight has Boulder Rush. It gives +2/+0. It's a pump spell, so it benefits from Feather's passive effect, and it also triggers Season of Growth and 10th District Legionnaire. Now, how does Adventure interact with Feather the Redeemed? Adventure, when you cast the Adventure side of the card, it does put the creature card into exile for you to cast later on. Now, if Feather is on the board, though, the game is gonna ask you. It's basically a replacement effect. So they're replacement effects, and you have to choose which one you're going to follow. Either you exile the creature, and so you'll be able to play it on your next turn, or you can choose to have it fall under Feather's effect, which exiles the creature but returns it to your but returns the card to your hand at the during the end step. So it's been interesting so far the way I've been testing this. I haven't played a lot of games with it, but it is fun when it works. So right now I'm still having fun with this. I'm still trying it out. So okay. But lately though, a lot of especially I think in the Magic Pro League, a deck archetype's been popping up around this particular card, Edgewall Innkeeper. Whenever you cast a creature spell that has an adventure, draw a card. Now, do note that it says whenever you cast a creature that has an adventure rather than whenever you cast an adventure. So, for example, if I were to choose Gift of the Fae by Fairy Guide Mother, I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't be able to draw a card from this. But when I do cast Fairy Guide Mother, I'll be able to draw with Edgewall Innkeeper. So there you go. The So what that means is the way to create value with this deck is, say you have Feather, or you have a 10th District Legionnaire. You attack with this, for example, and then you cast the Adventure to pump up 10th District Legionnaire, and then maybe let's say you don't have a Feather on the board, or maybe you do. You let this go into exile and then cast the creature later on, and then trigger Edgewall Innkeeper. Now, a few things to note though. It's been successful in I believe it's been successful in the current metagame right now because Edgewall Innkeeper generates so much value for one mana. Now, you would probably see this in white green decks or black green because in particular has very strong adventure cards, mainly because of Murderous Rider. So you have Murderous Rider, which is basically murder on a stick, and then you have cards like Smitten Swordmaster, which triggers off of having knights. So you have Adventure Knights, for example, that has Edgewall Innkeeper, and I believe people call this type of decks that feature this Innkeeper decks. And then you have Order of Midnight, which lets you return a card from your graveyard to your hand. So actually, that might be worth exploring with this deck, but that would be adding black here. So I don't know if I could keep Edgewall Innkeeper, in this kind of deck. But anyway, going back, so there, Edgewall Innkeeper, powerful card draw engine if you have the right cards. Now, right now I do have 12 adventure cards, which seems to be quite enough for now. And then paired with Season of Growth, so we have a draw engine at least, which is great. I did remove this deck used to feature Defiant Strike though, but I'm removing it for now. In favor of hard draw cards like Thrill of Possibility, which is instant speed card draw. So I'm testing it out. I might replace it. I might change it back to the Defiant Strike if it turns out that this is not so great. But then it does draw two cards, and gets rid of dead cards or cards I can't cast. There's not really any such thing as dead cards in this kind of deck, but because you want to be casting every spell you draw while drawing more cards. But then this is basically Tormenting Voice, but better because of its instant speed. And in addition to that, there is this artifact, Lucky Clover, just for two. And what it does is whenever you cast an adventure, instant, or sorcery spell, you can copy it, and you may choose new targets for the copy. So now with one of these out on the board, you can generate even more value with your adventure creatures. So suddenly your 2 CC, your 2 cost Gift of the Fae, targeting, let's say, 10th District Legionnaire, gets copied, and you can give it +4/+2. And then, yeah, so there you go. That just escalates very quickly. So, even this, Rimrock Knight, Argent Veil Tactician now can tap up to two creatures. Now, just something to note: there are a lot of adventure. There's a lot of there are several options to choose from when it comes to adventure cards. Like for example, Giant Killer factors well in Keeper decks because it's able to tap a target creature and it's also able to destroy a creature with power 4 or greater. I'm just bypassing it here because I don't feel like I'll be able to pay the ability of Giant Killer consistently. Or although I have to think about including the adventure card for the chop down effect. So it might be worth putting in. Maybe it's worth testing at least one copy just so I know how if it does well. We'll see. We'll see. And then you have Shepherd of the Flock, which returns a permanent to control to its owner's hand. This is great. This is great if I want to return one of these adventure creatures. It is a 3/1 as well. But then I don't want to be returning creatures to my hand because that's gonna lower the tempo of the deck. I want to be attacking, want them on the board. It's a good way to usher them to safety. But then I have God's Willing here to protect the creatures. You have Silver Flame Squire. Um, it's almost like Fair Guide Mother's effect, but more expensive. So with regards to this, the curve is low, and there are three colors here. So something like this, I don't think I'll be able to support. So I that's why I bypassed that. There's Mysterious Pathlighter for adventure heavy decks, and I believe this isn't really particularly adventure heavy deck. Even though there are 12 cards, 12 adventure creatures. I feel like since this costs 3, I feel like it's gonna come in slow. Um, and I want to be benefiting from the adventure effects themselves instead of simply casting the creatures to trigger off of Edgewall Innkeeper. I still don't know how whether this is all a good idea, but it seems to be fun when it works. It feels like you get to copy a lot of spells. So there you are. In red, for example, you have Embereth Shieldmaster. I don't know if I should. I mean, it doesn't really target any creatures. Bone Crusher Giant, very strong. Possibly a possible great addition, especially with Lucky Clover because it copies the spell. It's also a strong 4/3 creature. Except if you look at the passive ability of Bone Crusher Giant, it, it will turn out to be a bad idea if I do pump Bone Crusher Giant. So, for example, if it's the only creature I have in the board, and I were to use God's Willing on it, I will actually take damage from doing that, which is a bad idea. So I was on the fence about this, and I'm not putting it for now because I feel like it's just gonna end up killing me. So and then you have creatures like Flaxen Intruder, uh, due to green bear tokens. Oh, that costs 7. So no, not too great. People do use Love Struck Beast. Um, possibly great. Possibly great. As long as I can generate a 1/1 white human creature. I'm not very confident in keeping the human token alive, so that's the reason I'm not putting this in. And I probably have a lot to cast on turn 3, even though that is nice. Oh, but I want to be going wide here. And then I was considering putting Rosethorn Acolyte as a mana fixer, but then I feel like hmm, I gotta think about this. Like it is an adventure creature, but it costs 3, so as much as possible, I don't want to put so many 3 costing cards in this deck. The most that I would get is from Ardenvale Tactician and Feathered Redeemed. Yeah, I don't even think I'll be able to cast Threat to that often. Probably when I do get 4 mana. There are 20 lands in this deck. I feel like I needed 20. Even though I was previously able to run Feather at 18 land, it turned out very successful. Even 3-color Feather, I was able to successfully run. But here in Eldraine, I just feel like it's harder to control. It's harder to play multicolor spells. So that is the deck for now. I mean, and then I even have I even have Wandermares here. So it's possible addition, and again, it costs 3, and then it doesn't have evasion. So even though it grows, so things like that, I'm not testing it. I'm testing because the choices in this deck is kind of tight. I think uh, this is a good place for it right now. So yeah, why don't we test the deck just to see how it does? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and yeah, I'm calling it Knights of the Nine. Although the knights are gone, I did make a Knights of Feather deck, which is also interesting. I'll probably feature that in a different video. But this one I'm calling it Knights of the Nine because nine really sounds like nine sounds like Naya. It's really just that, and it's Knights of the calling it Knights of the Nine sounds cool, and that's probably gonna be the title of the video. Okay, so let's play. Let's try it out. Right, I have one face. People have been using the Fibblethip profile, Fibblethip avatar. It's kind of freaky. I appreciate the card back, but maybe not so much the avatar. The avatar. Oh, this is. I'll take this because of the 2 Thrill of Possibilities in the Thrash. Although doesn't look too great. It does have 2 lands at least, and I can cast Fairy Guide Mother, but otherwise not too great. Hopefully, I'll draw into something great. That's black. Okay, so I'm gonna go put that down. I think I'll go Thrill of Possibility, throwing away this God's Willing, and I'll hold this back. Slow start here. That is a feather, which is great. I will wait since Thrill of Possibility is instant speed. I'm gonna make him think that I have a shop. Probably gonna ignore it promptly, or it might probably pass. It's mana for a Murderous Raider. So, nope, it's Angel of Vitality. Life gain decks. Life gain deck. Okay, so let's do that. Let's throw away one of these. Give me a land. There. Okay, now we have a land. So I think I have a little bit of time here. So I think I'm gonna go with Season of Growth. And I think I'll play a Fairy Guide Mother here just so I can trigger the Scry. And then next turn I'm gonna go. Oh, there you go. That's an assurance to me. Next turn I am going to go and play Feather. Except there's a problem here because when I do play that, I'll be left with a green mana, which does nothing for me. See, so that's what as you can see just from that, it's already quite. You can already feel the difficulty. I might just fill this with dual lands. Uh, if I need to, or if I because I don't want to spend my wild cards. I'm not really I don't have a big budget when it comes to Magic, but I do have a lot of cards, or enough cards at least to be able to make content. So what am I gonna do? There is a bloodthirsty aerialist. I can't kill it with this. Well, if I use a fairy guide mother, nah, you know what? Nah, we'll go feather, and then we'll sit and wait. Okay. Okay, we'll try it. I'm just expecting like a murderous rider here. We'll see. Hopefully not. Ideally, this should be a Temple Gardens or a dual land of some kind. We'll see what he does. Probably has like at least murder or something. No, that's Prison Realm. That's Prison Realm. We're gonna lose feather. Okay. We're still okay though. We're at 18. So I think he's not able to cast anything else. Probably attack for 4. I do need to get rid of this. It's gonna be costly because I need to pump the fairy guide mother, then kill it. But I do have this Rimrock Knight and then this. So yeah, so there is that. I can go fairy guide mother and then thrash threat. It's more expensive though. We'll go Rimrock Knight. And then thrash and threat. There. Lets me draw a card. Look at that. Wonderful. I'm not gonna play that yet. I'm gonna go thrash threat. And I'm gonna do that and draw another card. Oh my god, the deck's working. Oh my god, the deck's working. There we go. So Fabled Passage. That's perfect. Because I can now play this and then search for planes because I need all the white mana I can get. I think. And then I can attack. Wonderful. Okay. I will attack. That's for taking my feather. And oh no, this is a sorcery. Oh no. Well, we'll do that next turn. I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking this is an instant. I could have gotten another card. But then that was pretty good. We drew 2 cards. And then with this is gonna save my life, I feel like. Okay. As long as I can keep his life down below 25, I should be good. Although this is a race, because I'll be racing with in terms of damage, and I don't have life gain. That's a problem. Maybe I actually was thinking I took out the moments of heroism, but maybe I should have kept it. We'll see. Okay, so I think we can kill this. Okay, I just need to put this forest down, and then I want to do this, so we don't forget. We do that. There we go. Draw another card. Perfect. Edgewall Innkeeper is great. Oh, feather. Perfect. Okay, so and then go thrash and threats. Oh my god, this is wonderful. No, don't. Yeah, there. I thought. Don't deal damage to yourself. Okay, we got our feather. We attack for 3. Okay. Now we have God's Willing to protect our creatures in case he does have removal spell. If he attacks with Imprisoned Order, that's still fine. Should I play Fairy Guide Mother? I think I will because I can afford to lose any of these guys. Because I also have Season of Growth. So we'll go Fairy Guide Mother so we can draw another card. Wow, this is working out well, I think. Feels good. Like for example, if I man, dude, let me play the deck, man. Come on. That was good. I could have put down a Season of Growth and then targeting with God's Willing. I would have been able to trigger Season of Growth twice and just keep drawing into more adventure. Once the engine's down. So you can see, once the engine's down, it feels good. It feels like it works. I do have a problem with mana, though. There is that. So I'll see how things go. That's more a problem on my part because I don't have enough cards. Or at least I only have two Temple Gardens, so I don't want to invest in Temple Gardens yet because I don't really play a lot of green white. I don't play a lot of Selesnya. It does seem that the green cards are very powerful in Throne of Eldraine, though. So and green and white cards. Um, so if I'm able to build more green white decks, I might. But yeah, okay. So I think this is good. Three lands. Edgewall Feather. Look at that. That's wonderful. You go turn one Edgewall. Turn to something else. So we're gonna go Edgewall Innkeeper. Hopefully it doesn't kill it. Turn to creature. Like maybe this. This gives it flying. So maybe hmm. You know what? I think I'll go with. Oh no, this is cheaper. So I think I'll go with. Let's put down a mountain. Yeah, that does deal 3 damage even though it can't block. That gives me a card. Okay, so we don't attack. You have a lot of land actually for okay. Next turn, let's see. That's green red. So I'm thinking he probably has lots of fight effects. Probably won't destroy this. Oh, okay. Robber the Rich. So he wants to be casting my spells. He can't block, which is bad. And he got Lucky Clover. I don't think he'll be able to do anything with it. I will not block. So now I can go and play Feather. Hopefully he doesn't have removal. Even though he's green red. I don't know if he has Thrasher threat. But I think this might be some kind of ramp deck that uses Robber of the Rich. Okay, so he chooses to cast it. Probably has Robber. Yeah, Robber. Probably a Robber of the Rich deck. So, okay, so what are we gonna do? I'm gonna put down this Plains. Not enough to cast Feather yet, which is a problem. I think I'll go Season of Growth. Okay, and then maybe I'll just go Fairy Guide Mother. Just so I can trigger. I can I can draw a card and I can scry. Here you go. I don't think I want another Season of Growth. I have nothing to trigger it with. Okay, so and then we'll go attack for 4. Lucky Clover. Not a good draw because I don't have anything to. I don't have any adventure cards. So next turn though, I'll be able to use Fabled Passage to search for a Plains, which lets me cast a Feather. It would be great if I draw another Rimrock Knight though, so I can trigger the Feather. It's just gonna keep stealing my cards. That's a thrill of possibility. Oh man, come on. Do I want to block? I think I do. I'll kill this. Embercleave. Okay. So that's what it is. Oh my god. Okay. It's an Embercleave there. Okay, okay. I've been wanting to try this out. I just haven't gone around to. The artwork's really sick too. Okay, so now we go. Yeah, Fabled Passage. Search for a Plains. And then I think I'm just gonna sit. I'll put this down. Oh no, if I cast it. Here we go. This is the start of the problems. Alright, if I cast this, then I can't really. I'm gonna take double strike damage from Embercleave. Okay, so. I can God's Willing. If I keep God's Willing. Lucky Clover doesn't do anything. We are going to just attack first. This is no good not attacking. You know what? I'll keep. Damn it! I will put down a feather. Let it die. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll let it die. I will put this away. I think I need. Maybe that was a bad idea. I could have put Lucky Clover down, used it, triggered twice. Yeah, that was kind of stupid actually. Because next turn, yeah, you know what? That was stupid. But anyway, at least I can sacrifice this feather. Or the Innkeeper, actually, even. We'll see. Okay, Rubber of the Rich. I will block this guy. And I will... Wait, can he instant speed flash? No. Do I take 6 damage? No, I think I'll just block. No, but then he has... Nah, once I block this, I should be fine. Yeah, at least I can kill this, hopefully. So I'm still in the game. Alright. Thrills of Possibilities, throws a goose. What do you have? Alright, there you go. Doesn't... But does he still do damage? Whoa, what? Did I... Oh, trample! Okay, that's bad. I didn't know that. Oh, but perfect! This is perfect! Like, perfect! The perfect thing that needed to come in. Okay, that's great. Okay, so I think I will attack. See if he blocks with the dude. Damage. Okay, put a Clover, dude. And I will wait. Keeping this untapped, just in case he has some shenanigans. Okay. Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, so that is a thing that will happen. Look at my Lucky Clover and Ardenvale Tactician, and watch me tap for creatures. Oh, no, I can't tap the Paradise Druid. No, because he has hexproof. But that is exactly why we have the Feather, which will take all the damage. I will take 2 damage because of that. I will do this very carefully. Okay, so we do that. We do this. We do that. Triggers. Lucky Clover, come on. We do this. And just so we're sure. We're gonna target the Questing Beast again. Trample is painful, man. I have to do this. I have to God's willing. Let him attack. Oh my god. He's gonna deal like 2 damage. If my calculation is correct, he should just be dealing 2 damage. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Still in the game. We're gonna go green. Green, yeah, it's green. Oh my god, I almost made a mistake. Get rid of that because we already have God's Willing. Unless, you know what? Take that. Just put that there so I can use it on 2 creatures. We will block. Is that correct? Or does all the damage get through? Nothing. Yeah, 2. Whoa, what happened? Can't be prevented. But why did that kill the... Why did that kill the... What? Double strike and trample. I don't know what just happened, then. It can't be prevented, so... Okay, Feather still takes damage, so it gets through... How insane is this card, man? Questing Beast. How insane, man. Okay. Uh, dude, what am I gonna do now, though? I gotta go. Don't have enough. I don't have enough. Like, look at that. Like, protection doesn't even protect you. It's so dumb. Vigilance, trample, haste, 4/4/4/4, and then unblockable by 2 power creatures 2 power or less, and then makes damage unpreventable, and then deals damage to planeswalkers. Come on, are you kidding me? See, cards like this, man. Like, look at this. Ugh. Anyway, it's fine. I mean, we did try our best. That was still a good game, even though it's kind of dumb. This card is dumb. I will block it. I'll take So that's it. So can't do anything against overpowered cards like this. So yeah, Questing Beast. But I feel like the deck really, the deck does work. The deck does work. I think it does work. Also, kind of, I'm slightly bitter. I haven't gotten any Questing Beasts from any boosters, even though I've opened like 100 boosters or something from a pre-order and from just winning games. Okay. Okay. So I think I'll do one more game and then we'll call it there. I feel like I've really shown how the deck works well enough, and it does work. And as you can see, it suffers from mana problems right now. So as long as I can address that, I may have to put dual lands in, more dual lands, or Guild Globe, or Golden Egg, just so I can more smoothly play the deck. But I think it does work right now. I'm gonna keep this hand because I can play all the cards with just these two lands. I'll go white. I will put one of these down. Put one of those down. Attack. I guess we'll attack. Attack. Like, I'm fine just playing it like this, like a vanilla adventure deck. I mean, if that's what I get, then that's what I get. It's just gonna feel like a classic weenie deck, which is fine with me. We will go like that. Then I will play this. No, actually, you know what? I will play this. Put it there. Attack. And play the Fairy Guide Mother. This is pretty vanilla gameplay right here. Blue-white. Is it blue-white control? Or as people like to call it these days, Azorius. Canal of Revelation to draw one card. What? But why? Why would you do that? Okay, so I'm not seeing anything right now. I'm gonna go and... You know what? I think I will go and do this. I know I'm using up all the fuel here. Okay, so that is it for now. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have played one of these instead. I did. I have done 9 damage with just these guys. What is he doing?
I'm always a step ahead.
Is this a mill deck? We're gonna mill me? Oh, come on. That was a Boros Legionnaire, man. There, Feather is here. And I have no more pump spells. What? Well, we'll play it. Tap for 2 to the face. Please don't have time wipe. Please don't have time wipe. Please. No! I should have thought of this. But, okay, that's fine. But at least, see what's wonderful about this is we have creatures in reserve from the adventure cards, so that's great. We will go and play. I think I'll go play a No, you know what? I'll go and play a 10th District Legionnaires so I can get the damage going. Uh, okay. Just keep attacking with a single creature. Eventually, we will get there. So, beautiful thing, I can hold these guys, and they're pretty much protected. Cards can't destroy them. Cards can't discard them from my hand unless they can't be touched unless all the cards in exile are somehow removed from exile and brought to some other unknown plane of existence. Probably. We'll go Rimrock Knight. I want to go Rimrock Knight. I'll go Rimrock Knight. Oh, he has red. It's actually just Kai. We'll pass the turn. What? You have a shock. You have Conclave Tribunal shock. Okay, and Time Wipe. I guess this deck's just packed with removal. And then
Try this.
he just mills. I guess that's what he does. And I'm losing the cards that I need. Ralph.
Let's see what
Wait,
you got.
where's my dwarf?
Hope we get something good.
Oh, he got shocked. Never mind. So I'm just gonna guess that he doesn't have any creatures. Or has very few, if he does. So I'm gonna play this really slowly. This is gonna shoot down. Okay, it's a beacon bolt basically. It will trigger 3 damage. Still fine. Probably full of removal. I will go and pass the turn. I'm gonna throw the giant killer to the graveyard to Thrill of Possibility. Yeah, there you go. We'll just see what he does. I mean, he has so much mana now. He's 8. I have 2 by 3. So close to. We'll see. I need more stuff. And I can't have my stuff getting milled. Yep.
Think this.
Still a possibility. I've lost 3 10th District Legionnaires. Alright, we'll pass. We'll pass. It's my turn. Wow, he's really intent on drawing out the game. Amazing. Okay. Do you have counter spells too? We will do this. Do you have counter spells too? He does! He has destruction and counter spells. My goodness. You know, decks like this, like, I just keep thinking, how do you win, guys? Like, but then, yeah, the emblem, right? Okay, so, yes, 4 cards. We'll try to do Edgewall Innkeeper. You have more counters. Nope, no, you're fine. We're gonna go with Rimrock Knight. So I can at least get 1 more card and then have 2 bodies on the ground. And then, there you go, there is a land, which I will put into play tapped. He's about to draw. This is the problem, actually. This is a problem. There it is. Oh no, I wasn't able to kill him fast enough.
Oh, come on. I just want a peek. The weight is killing me.
This is kind of like a. Now this is the problem with a feather deck. It folds really badly to removal. That was always been the problem. Plus, I'm not getting my. I'm not getting the. What do you call this? I'm not getting the.
I know is to triumph.
I'm not getting the God's Willings, and also I don't have any tech against mass removal like Deafening Clarion, which is a problem. What do? We will go and look at this madness right here. I will go in Feather. Please don't have an Essence Capture. Thank you. No, you don't have an Essence Capture. Alright, and then I'll go Samet Sprint. Yes! Aha, no more counter spells, right? There you go. Give us haste. That is a thing that I think I will want to draw so I can throw it to Thrill of Possibility. I will attack this guy right here. because he's about to like give me a lot of pain. Ah, but then it's so close though. If I Nah, it's gonna kill Feather. So even if I do that, I'm not gonna have any creatures left. So I gotta go and take out Roll. At least that delays me
Could have been through worse.
by 5 turns, and I get Salmon Sprint back. And then look at this hand though. It probably has like, you know, and all this mana. They've missed it. He has all the
Want a
things.
peek? The weight is
He just
killing me.
has all the things, and he doesn't like me. Okay, 7 damage. How to do 7 damage against Niv Mizzet? We go Samet Sprint and then Thrash Threat. Thrash. We're gonna thrash him. Look at that. Look at this. All that madness right there. Okay. We're still good. We're still good. 3. No. Alright, we're fine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, 1 more damage. We're still good. We still good, boys. Come on. Come on. No. 1 more. No. Niv Mizzet opting kills Feather. So this is a problem. Ah, it's still 7 damage. Huh. So maybe I just yeah. Yeah. Well, this is certainly something to take a note of.
Plan is
Because
crystallizing.
you have to be very fast. Now, why was I slow? Was I slow? Dealt 9 damage. I got down to 7. Then I started losing to removal. It's kind of hard though. Like with this kind of deck. Okay. So how about this? I just hold my hand, and then I can go Ardent Veil Tactician, but then it only deals what 4 damage. We're just gonna have to hold. I have 18 life, so this is gonna it'll be a while. Let me put a stop there just so I don't forget. Or actually, when we even have to put it down here. Here we go. Because I know he's gonna tap, so I want to tap him. Maybe I should throw the Samet Sprint.
Ooh, let's see what we got.
Or not. Or not. Well, this guy... Yes, oh no. Oh, I fine.
Let's try this.
We're still good. Oh man, this is painful. It's just painful. My goodness. Well, it's a good cap though. It's a good game to cap the episode. Although I'm being handily beaten now and I have very limited options. We'll see what we can do. Okay. We are still in the game. Man, when Niv Mizzet gets going, you know, it's really painful. Alright, so now I can do shenanigans. Oh man. See, the problem is if I put down this Ardent Veil Tactician right now, it'll just get removed because he'll keep drawing cards. Maybe I'll wait for the end of the game. I'll take the 5 damage. I'll take the 5 damage. So painful though. But then all he needs to do is use the Chemist's Insights. I don't know, boys. I don't know. We will do that. We'll hang in there. We're gonna hang in there. We are going to hang in there. And yeah. Oh no, I made a mistake. I forgot this doesn't have flash. I keep thinking it's like Brazen Borrower. What am I doing? That was unnecessary. What am I doing? Ah, shucks. Okay, I'm out of it. It's 2 a.m. here. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're still in the game. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should just rest. That was so bad. Alright, that's fine. I'm still getting used to the adventure mechanic, or at least I got misled by Brazen Borrower. I've been using Brazen Borrower so much. I keep thinking Ardenvale Tactician has flash, which he doesn't. I'll go. This is sad, a little sad, because I can't kill Niv Mizzet like this. Shucks. I can give haste. Oh man, so painful. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then Naked Chemisters Insight. Can't really do much about this. I mean, look at that. Look at that hand. So, yeah, I should have tapped though. What was I doing? I was kind of dumb. Although, I mean, if I did tap Niv Mizzet, he would just gotten countered, so it was kind of would have been kind of futile. It would have just Sinister Sabotage my Ardenvale Tactician. It would have gone into the graveyard, and it wouldn't have been able to cast it. But yeah, that's the game. Good game. Painful and heartbreaking. But yeah, that's what we have. I mean, he has a Niv Mizzet. He has all the friends. All the friends. Just Sky. Red, blue, white.
Yes.
Really one of my favorite color combinations in Magic. And Arena is lagging. From all the pain. It's lagging from all the pain. Ah, there it is. There it is. Alright, good game. Alicano. I'm gonna call it there. Although, the deck's still kind of rough, but I think it has a nice direction. So, I'll definitely revisit this and probably feature another deck tech. So yeah, this has been the fourth episode of Magic the Gathering deck tech with session 0. I hope you enjoyed. It's Feather Knights of the Nine, or really just Naya Feather. Naya Feather Eldraine. There you go. If you want to call it that. Yeah. Hope you had fun, and do give a like and subscribe if you like what you see. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on the deck, or just on the channel, or I just like to hear what you want to see, or what cards you want to try out, and I'll try the best I can to play them. All right. So thanks, guys, for watching, and have a good day.